Let's read a book. Let's read a book. Today we are going to read Dragon Hiccups. One day, while Wally and Norval were playing, Norval made a strange sound, and fire came out of his nose. He had the dragon hiccups. "Don't worry, buddy," said Wally. "We can fix this." Norval stood on his head. He held his breath, but Hiccups wouldn't go away. Wally thought a drink of water might make the hiccups disappear. He waved his magic stick and shouted, "Water!" But nothing happened. The magic words that day had to rhyme with bash. "Splash!" said Wally, and a splash of water landed in Norval's mouth. Norval kept hiccuping, so Wally took him to see Ogre Dog. "That's a cure," said Ogre Dog. He handed Wally a list and a beaker. "You just have to find these 5 things, then put them in this beaker, mix them up, and put a little drop on Norval's nose." First on the list was a thread from an ogre's pants. Dog was an ogre, so he was wearing pants. He plucked off a thread and dropped it into Wally's beaker. Next, they needed a potato from a giant. "I know where to get that," said Wally. He and Norval headed to Gina's giant house. On the way, Bob Goblin heard them. He decided that he would scare Norval to make his hiccups go away. "Dandelions are scary," said Bob Goblin. He picked at a handful and ran after Wally and Norval. Wally and Norval arrived at Gina's giant house. "We need a giant potato," said Wally. "Do you have one?" "Of course I do," said Gina. She gladly gave them a giant potato. The potato was so big it started to roll down the hill. Wally needed a magic word that rhymed with bash to make it stop. "Crash!" shouted Wally as he waved his stick. A wall popped up just in time for the potato to crash into it. "Mash!" But the potato started bouncing right over Wally and Norval. "Wally Kankazam! Wally Kankazatu!" cried Wally. "Give me a word to stop this potato!" His magic stick made the word smash appear. "Smash!" shouted Wally. With that, the giant potato turned into mashed potatoes. Splat! The mashed potatoes landed on Wally and Norval. Wally put some in his beaker. Next on the list, a pinch of mud from a swamp. Suddenly, Bob Goblin popped out from behind a rock. He waved a bunch of dandelions in front of Norval to scare the hiccups away. "Dandelions aren't scary," said Wally. "Come on, Norval." They left Bob Goblin with the smashed potatoes. Wally and Norval found the swamp, but Stan of the swamp wouldn't let them take any mud. "Mine," said Stan. Stan said he would give Wally and Norval some mud if they give him something to eat. "I only eat worms and succotash," said Stan. "Succotash ran with bash." "Succotash," said Wally, and he waved his magic stick, and a pile full of succotash appeared. Stan dug in and let Wally take some mud. Next, Wally and Norval needed slime from a lightning snail. They found the snail, but it was too fast to catch. Wally waved his magic stick. "Dash!" he shouted. Wally and Orville ran super fast. They caught up to the lightning snail and got a blood smile from their baker. They passed Bob Goblin, who was now trying to scare Orville with a pink teddy bear. "Not as scary," said Wally. The last thing on the list was a flower from the top of the ice volcano. Wally and Orville were flying to the top when the volcano began to erupt. "We need something to protect us," cried Wally. The only thing he could think of was a rhyme with bash was trash. He waved his stick and a trash can appeared. The lid made a perfect shield. Bob Goblin followed Wally and Orville to the top of the mountain. Wally and Orville reached the flower, but it was frozen. They needed to find a way to melt it. Just then, Bob Goblin popped out from behind an ice wall with a marshmallow. He thought the marshmallow would scare Orville. It didn't, but Orville hiccupped fire and unfroze the flower. Wally and Orville added the flour to the baker and went back to Ogre Dog's house. The mixture was finally ready. Wally put a drop on Orville's nose. It worked! Orville's hiccup disappeared. But just then, hiccup! Wally got them. Now they needed to find a cure for the troll hiccups.
Si te gustó este video, dale me gusta y no te olvides de suscribirte. También entra a www.claudacosta.com para adquirir práctica de este y de otros temas, productos exclusivos y tener la oportunidad de matricularte a mis clases de inglés.